You know, a lot of people think that Mark Carney is a do-nothing prime minister. Well, not only is that correct, he's also a say-nothing prime minister. I got a couple clips here from Pierre, who put out this video and another video of Mark Carney saying absolutely nothing. So this one's called Listen to This. It's not just that he got no results on his latest trip, it's that he can't even remember who he met. Either they are not important enough to remember, or he's hiding their identities. He jet sets abroad to distract from Liberals' ballooning crime costs, immigration, and jobs loss at home. Is this guy losing his mind? Let's have a look. Now, before we do get into it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel, and I appreciate you guys so much for saying that, or for doing that for me, rather. Let's have a look at this, then we'll talk about it after like usual.
You've mentioned both in New York and London, and in recent days you've been meeting with lots of business leaders and CEOs. For the most part, we don't know who those people are. Can you tell us who those people are? And will you commit that your office share who you meet with at a business level like this?
Yeah, I think we share broad. It's a good question. Actually, don't know what we share, to be honest. I mean, how's that for an honest answer?
Tell us a few of the people you've met.
We met today with a number of infrastructure, basically infrastructure type investors. So people who have global capital invest around the world, largely in infrastructure projects. And the sense that what I was looking for was partly obviously to tell the story of what we're doing in Canada, major projects, improving the tax system, moving forward fiscal responsibility, but also to hear from them perceptions of Canada, where they're investing elsewhere, what's driving their investment, what are the major themes, so that we're setting up the right partnerships for the country. I'll review our policy. I don't know what our disclosure policy is, so thank you for that question. And
he doesn't know what the disclosure policy is. You know, when you're a prime minister, you should probably know those things. I don't know what it is. I'm not prime minister, though. He is. He should have had someone kind of review it for him and kind of brief him on it. But I guess it wasn't important enough.
I don't know if we have to check. There's no. Let me be absolutely clear, though, just for the avoidance of doubt. The discussions I had in New York and here are discussions about the overall investment climate, not specific transactions or investment deals. Is how is Canada perceived? What are the global trends? What we're doing? How that would be perceived? Because we're looking to raise the profile globally. Because, as I said in my earlier comments, significant capital is going to be required.
That was 2 minutes of him saying absolutely nothing. Now, if you think that was bad, let's have a look at this. It's even worse somehow.
Our election and our policy was first and foremost, it was fight the tariffs, have a reaction. We had one of the strongest reactions. Protect our workers. So there were many ways we were doing that, but one of the things is we were taking all of the tariff revenue, putting it back into workers, helping workers retain their jobs, but also retrain, protect our communities against crime. But the core, the core message was build. And it was to build in a positive way. You need a positive agenda, and it matters how we build. And I'll just leave you with a couple of core messages that ground our approach in the election, but very much in governing. First and foremost, we can give ourselves more than any foreign government can take away. So our ability to have one Canadian economy, we have a bunch of internal trade barriers, we're removing all of those. Our ability to build for the future new trade corridors, clean energy, artificial intelligence, diversify with partners, all of that is much greater than what could be taken away, even in the worst tariff scenario. So you have
I'm just doing a wellness check on you guys. Are you still awake? I watched this like 5 times trying to figure out what the hell he's talking about, and I could barely stop myself from falling asleep. Just wanted to do a check on you guys. You guys still with me? I know this is hard to follow. It's only another minute or so left.
Positive element to that. The second thing that we emphasize is how we build. So we build as a nation. We build first and foremost thinking about workers. So the message to Canadians has been, we are going to create not hundreds of thousands of jobs, but hundreds of thousands of careers in the skilled trades and other skilled areas, and setting up in parallel with major projects and investments, apprenticeships, skilled training, so that Canadians are ready to take advantage of that. Last point, we have historic issues that are current issues in terms of reconciliation with Indigenous Canadians, Indigenous peoples, and the nature of the major investments we're doing is that there will always be Indigenous participation in the equity, in the ownership, in the building. So it's a progressive element, thinking back into workers and being inclusive with all groups in society with a core positive message on build. People want and deserve that positive agenda, so it's not engaging on the turf of the more negative agenda, but focusing on the positive. So
I mean, that was 2.5 minutes on this video, 2 minutes on the other video. That's over 4 minutes of just nonstop gibberish. All it is, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. That's what you've been saying for 6 months, and nothing's been done. I mean, everything he says, it's so vague, and if they never give timelines, and if they do give you a timeline, it's years and years down the road. It's like, my God, you can't get anything done. If you do, it's going to take forever, and it's going to be way more expensive than it has to be. You're going to waste so much more taxpayer money. I mean, what is this? I thought you came in here with a clear strategy on how to fix Canada. And let's be honest, these jobs he's going to create, if you don't cap immigration, and I know the numbers are down for now, but that doesn't really give you any hope long term, considering what this party does to a country long term. But let's be honest, this isn't going to be jobs for Canadians. This is going to be jobs that Canadians have to compete from people who immigrate here. And even if we stop or cap the numbers now, you still need some remigration. I know it's not perfect, but some people have to go home. Some people call that racist. I call it logic. I call it common sense. I would say to people who think I'm racist, learn to do math. There's too many people here. They've let in way too many. You're going to have to reverse those policies somehow. And there's no way Mark Carney's going to do it. I don't think anyone with half a brain, so anyone who's not a liberal, would actually believe him. I don't even know how you believe a liberal at all these days. I mean, it's just... But hey, it's Canada. It's a crazy country we live in. It's a crazy world we live in. I don't know how people have confidence in this guy, but they do, at least for now. Although I think that's starting to drop a little bit. Not enough, but a little bit, based off of some recent polling that we're seeing. But, I mean, it's... Again, just look at the title from Pierre. He just set a new record for most gibberish in 3 minutes or less. Yeah. It was a whole lot of, hey guys, I'm going to talk and actually say nothing. Mark Carney is very good at that. In fact, you know what? I'd even say he's great at it. I'd go even further and say he's the best at it. But let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll be back shortly with a new one. Take care.